Feel like you are getting enough sleep each night?
No.
Why?
I think it depends on the night, but due to my work and school requirements, unless I prioritize one over the other, I don't get enough sleep.
How many hours do you feel like you're getting?
On an average weeknight, I get about 6 hours of sleep. 5 to 7. 6 something.
And how many hours of sleep do you feel like you should be getting?
7 to 8. I've gotten 7 to 8 before, and it makes me feel really good, and I feel more productive.
Do you often feel tired during your day?
Yes.
Do you feel like your feeling fatigued affects your performance in school or work?
Yes.
How so?
I normally feel more tired when I'm in a school setting than in a work setting because my work is really hands-on and it's not just like sitting for long periods, but when I am sitting for long periods and I get tired, I will start thinking about other things or I get distracted or I want to get stuff done, but I can't in that environment, and then I just get tired and just don't pay attention.
Do you feel like anything else affects your school and work performance besides sleep?
Yeah. Affects school and work.
Like being stressed or
Yeah, being stressed, anything from emotional stress, physical stress, like when I'm sick, or have allergies or something like health related, I definitely see less good performance in work and school because I'm focused on that, or emotional stress too.
Do you feel like some of that can come from losing sleep?
Yes.
So you're not satisfied with the amount of sleep you're getting each night?
No, not on average.
Okay, so what do you feel like are some things you could do to help yourself get more sleep?
Not overbook myself, allow myself time to not work or not do homework and do certain things. Something that I have started doing was cutting off homework after 8. So normally I do homework during the day or in the morning, but so I don't normally do homework at night. But if I ever have homework, I make sure to do it before 8 o'clock and cut myself off so that way I'm not on the computer or whatever before bed. And I allow myself an hour or 2 before I go to sleep to just chill. Something.
Mm-hmm.
Being really proactive with my homework.
So that's something you do right now to make sure you're sleeping enough?
Yes.
So on a typical night, so if you're not doing your homework, what do you typically do before going to bed?
On a typical night, I shower. I watch YouTube videos or a TV show or something kind of while I'm doing my bedtime routine, which also involves skincare, brushing teeth. This all happens after I eat. And I meditate for 20 minutes every night. I try and get all my stuff ready for the next day because I do work really early mornings. 3 to 4 days out of the week, I'm up at 5 a.m. So I'll take the time in the evening to get everything ready the next day, so I don't have to wake up earlier. Mm-hmm. So getting my backpack, clothes together, my hair brush and stuff out, so I can do really quick get ready.
Do you have anything in your life that you prioritize over sleep?
No, actually, I prioritize sleep over everything if I can. But if I have homework and work, that is like very important.
That's something you would prioritize.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that the amount of sleep you get varies from the weekdays to the weekends, if at all?
It varies a lot because Monday through Friday I work and or have school. So I always have early mornings. On the week, I will never sleep in past 7:30 or 8 on the weekdays. And then every other Saturday, I'm up at 6 a.m., so that doesn't really count. But then Sundays, for Saturday nights, I always try and not set a timer or like an alarm for Sunday morning and just let myself sleep until I wake up. Because I find that I get the best sleep when I know that there's not an alarm coming, because I have to do that 6 days out of 7.
Mm-hmm. So you said you meditate. Do you ever use any sort of assistances or aids when trying to sleep, such as sleep aids, medication, melatonin, white noise, music?
I take melatonin on the nights that I do have work in the morning, because those are the earliest mornings or the earliest I have to wake up out of all my mornings. Mm-hmm. And so, sorry, I just lost a ravioli. So I use melatonin on the nights that I have work the next morning. I drink relaxing teas, so teas with like chamomile or kava in them. Showering really helps me sleep. I also have a humidifier, so that like emits a white, or like kind of like a white noise, the fan noise, so I use that. And can I say marijuana?
Yeah, so if you use any type of drugs, alcohol, etc., substances to try and help yourself sleep.
I do use marijuana on the nights that I don't have work the next morning, or because I do work with kids, so I try not to have that in my system before I work with kids, just because I feel like a little groggy next morning. So I use it like before days that I have later class start or weekend.
And beyond extracurricular activities, are there any sort of psychological, mental, or medical reasons that may prevent you from sleeping, such as stress, medications you have to take, etc.?
Will you repeat the question?
Beyond extracurricular activities, are there any sort of psychological, mental, or medical reasons that may prevent you from sleeping?
I have a really overactive mind, and so I can't fall asleep until I write everything down that I'm thinking of. So I keep like a journal next to my bed, and like I have to write down, like I'll wake up in the middle of the night with something that I have to remember the next day, and I have to write it down or I won't fall back asleep. And that's like the main reason why I meditate and take melatonin, so that I stay asleep, so I don't wake up to do that, because that affects my sleep. But besides that, no medical or anything like that.
So this question is kind of like, you might have a lot of times, but is there a time you could recall when you didn't get a lot of sleep, even though you went to bed early? So like going to bed early or taking those preventative measures didn't really affect the way you felt, or you kept waking up in the night?
Yeah, I mean, even with those things, there are still like external factors. So sharing like a space with other people that have different schedules, like in the bathroom, my head is right up against the drawers and the toilet, and so when Daniela is opening and closing drawers and uses the toilet, I hear it right next to my ear. So external sounds like that. Homeless people in the alley. We live on a street, so like honking on the weekends. If people are out partying, I hear them if I have to wake up the next morning. My cell phone's not a distractor because I turned that off. That's got it.
No, there's a lot more, I think.
What?
Okay. So how do you feel that the amount of sleep you get affects your mood? Since we already talked about how it affects your productivity. Do you feel like when you don't get a lot of sleep, you're more grumpy, or when you do get a lot of sleep, you feel more ready to take on the day?
When I don't get enough sleep, I'm super grumpy. But I noticed that sleep really affects me 2 days later. So, like, if I have to wake up really early on Tuesday mornings, I normally can do it and get up and go because it's a responsibility. But by Thursday, I'm kind of feeling like the beginning of the week, and then I feel like less productive and more laggy. So I try and get a lot of my stuff done in the beginning of the week, and then allow myself later in the week to kind of chill.
Do you track your sleep at all? On an app or just like...
I don't track my sleep, but I know pretty much how much sleep I get because I know exactly when I fall asleep almost every night and then wake up.
Do you feel like tracking your sleep would lead to better sleeping habits?
I think it would hold me more accountable for what time I fall asleep because that's usually like waking up and stuff. Because I could sleep forever, like I get long sleep, but it would probably hold me more accountable, and so I would know that like I really want to get more than 8 hours of sleep, so I'm not going to stay on my phone, or I'm going to do stuff earlier in the day so I can get to sleep on time. Like if I set a goal and had to track myself, hold myself accountable, I'd probably do better. So yeah.
Okay, and then what kind of media do you consume regularly that could provide you with information on healthy sleep habits? So if you're looking at social media, if you're looking at your phone, what do you feel you would pay attention to if you wanted to look for information on how to develop healthier sleep habits?
I think that I really like forums where you have like access to other people's like tips and tricks, videos. It's kind of hard because like right now in this time we hear a lot of the same things like turn your phone off earlier or like do this, do that, and I take a lot of those measures, but maybe like also an app that would hold you accountable. I think that's a big thing because like a lot of people are like, I do turn my phone in earlier and like turn it off, but then it's like, okay, I get into bed, turn my phone off, and then I remember something, and then I check it, and then I'm on my phone for a while. So I think something that holds you accountable, and then like maybe like something like a little more information on how important sleep is day to day, maybe like provided through the school or through the health center, instead of just being like turn your phone off because that's not always realistic, but like stuff like this is the best way to take a nap, or here are some healthier alternatives than like sleeping medication, like things that are like we get that you won't turn your phone off, or we get like that are realistic, but whatever you do.
Do you use any resources that the University of Oregon offers, such as the Duck Nest or Health Center?
Both of those.
How do you use them?
The Duck Nest has a lot of, it's kind of just a calming space and has a lot of kind of like little activities. Like they did like a lavender satchel making thing that was totally free, and I actually have to sleep with that under my pillow because it's really relaxing. So like they offer a lot of little products and like pamphlets. You kind of have to go out of your way to access them.
Yeah.
And then I guess I don't use the health center for sleep.
Do you feel that if the university, would you trust the university as a reliable source for information on sleep habits for students?
I think I would trust the university if it was done by students, not by like faculty and teachers that are like, your kids should really be doing sleep, like coming from like a current modern student in this day and age who knows what it's like.